Preparation for the shift. Beloved one, you are one of the ones who have volunteered, a long time ago, to be incarnate at this time, to come ahead of time to pave the way and to be here now for what has been predicted and prophesied to be the great shift in the collective consciousness. It is a shift that you have prayed for, that you have tried to envision, and that you have spoken about to friends, the ones who would listen. You have often been the master, the one who has been acknowledged as the wise woman of the village, the wise monk who knew how to access other dimensions. You have been the one who helped in birthing a new consciousness, not only birthing physical beings, but a new consciousness. So once again, you are here to lead the brothers and sisters into the preparation for the shift in consciousness. As has been prophesied, in the next few years of your timing, there is going to be much of a change, much that will look to you very different. You will look back upon this time and you will wonder, how could such changes come about? And now you look back in the past decade, the last 2 decades, even 4 or 5 decades back, you can see the change in the collective consciousness thinking. In your timing of the next few years, there will be much change happening as has happened in the last 5 decades. So hold on to your hats, as they say, because there are going to be day by day great leaps of understanding. Ones are ready to shed their heaviness. Ones are ready for peace. Ones are ready to know love, to know relationships that are uplifting. Ones have been calling out for healing. They have been calling out for answers to understand that life does not have to be as hard as the world has suggested to them, and as hard as the peers and parents and even friends have said to them, well, that's how life is. You have already been doing much preparation for the shift. You have been awakening in the mornings, asking to see miracles in the day. You have been asking to know the positive of life, and being grateful for what is in your life, all of nature, all of friends, all of the books, all of the gatherings that you are called to go to. You are finding that you are grateful for everything that happens, even if at first it may seem a little bit strange. But you find that you know that everything works together. As I have been saying to you for a long, long time, everything works together for the realization of atonement. For truly, there is only one. Everything you perceive is you because you are bringing it forth. Where does it exist? Ask of yourself, where does everything truly exist? In your perception, in your mind, what you see. You are projecting what you believe is possible. You are projecting it out. And then you see it as it would be in the mirror coming back to you, and you say, okay, that must be real because I see it. But in truth, you have the idea first, and you are projecting it out. So as you have been changing, and you are changing your perceptions. You are changing your world, the world around you, because you are projecting a different image of what can be. Try it on for size on the morrow. Say when you first wake up, I am going to see miracles in this day. I'm going to see happiness, lightness. I am going to see friends who want to be in the same light space. You will notice how things fall into place miraculously, how things just happen to time themselves perfectly, and you say, hey, that's really cool, I like that. Be aware that very often that what you have asked for comes to you. Be aware of the little nuances of every day because they are the miracles that happen every day. They have to, because you have set your mind to see miracles, and they come because you expect them. That is the number one ingredient in preparation for this shift, expectancy. I expect to see miracles in this day. I expect to see light in this day. I expect to hear laughter and to feel joyful. If you keep your expectancies positive, that is what you will find in the day. Expectations, expectancy. That which you expect is what you are going to see. It is going to come to you. Now, I know for a long time you have been caught up in the morass of the world situation. Expect to see miracles happening there as well. Expect to see other ones finding that they are truly able to change their lives. I know the world has spoken that there are many who are suffering. You have projected that out because that has been old generational thinking of what you have been taught the world has to be. When it comes face to face with you, and it will say, no, that is not what I expect now. That is old generational thinking that I have subconsciously taken upon myself and expected to see because the parents expected that. The brothers and sisters that you grew up with, your peers, this is what they have expected to see as well. And so they see it. But you are moving into a new space, and the brothers and sisters that you interact with are also moving into a new space. Expect that they will move into a new space because they truly are. They are waiting just for that little snap of the finger to make a change. You may speak to them of the power of expecting the good. You have had a saying some decades ago that even became a bumper sticker, expect a miracle. Well, take that as your motto every day, expect a miracle. You can be very specific about it if you want to. I expect a miracle regarding the balance of the golden coins and the amount of work that I do. I expect a balance in my life. You will find that it will come, because you will be asking to see it, and it will happen because you expect it. There is truly only one. You look out, and because you have been taught to see many, you see brothers and sisters. You project out this belief. But truly, you are the one expressing as the many, and in itself it is a miracle that you can manifest such an expectation. The expectation that you are going to see hundreds, thousands, or more individuals, seemingly individuals, upon the face of our holy Mother Earth. But stop for a moment and ask yourself, where does that idea come from? Well, it comes from my belief that there are many people inhabiting the world. Maybe I can see this differently. Maybe there is only one of us. Maybe there is only the I, the we. We. Start working with the word we, because you are joined to all of the ones that you yet see because of the belief in the many. So start working with we. We feel peace. We are happy. We are enlightened. And then you come to a place where you begin to understand that the mind is showing you many because you have been taught that there are many. But maybe it is all a projection of the one. Play with that idea for a while and see how powerful you are. I have spoken to you throughout the years about how powerful you are, how creative you are, how you create everything that is in your world and your experience. You create everything. And if you create it, where does it start first? It starts with an idea in your mind. So you begin to expect that things are going to be different. Things are going to be easy. I am going to have everything I need. You, as the one creative mind that you are, will always take care of you. You can rely on that, even if you have to call on me and think that I will do miracles for you. I will, but it is truly your belief that does it. But if you want to call on me to do a few miracles for you, that is okay too. I am happy to do it. It is easy. Begin to understand your power. Begin to understand how light you are, how light everything in the world, in your world, can be as you project light, as you feel light. Physical lightness, yes. Emotional lightness, even more, and understanding that I expect to feel light. I expect the brothers and sisters, as I still see the one expressing as the many, I expect to see them moving into light. As you work with expectancy, as you work with changing belief, it is powerful. That is why I can say to you that in the next few years you are going to be in a very different place. You are going to see your world in a very different dimension because you are projecting what the world is. Now, do not take from what I have just said guilt upon yourself and say, people in other countries are suffering because it is my belief that they are suffering. I am guilty. No, you are not. And they are not. In truth, they are not suffering. Oh my goodness, how can that be true? My news media tells me that there is chaos, there is uprising, there are military persons who are doing horrendous things. That is what my news media tells me. In truth, they are not suffering, except it's how you think they are suffering. What if you thought and expected that they are going to come to peace? Not only might it happen, it will happen. It has to happen because you are the extension, as we have said many times, of the one creative principle. You create everything in your life. That is how powerful you are. The mind cannot take all that in. It can work with it. It can play with it. It can toss it around and find all sorts of objections to it. But when you work with the heart, with the feeling of the expectation, then you come to the truth. Work with loving everything that comes into your experience every day. Love it, thank it, and know that truly you have put it there as a gift. I know many times separated ego has said, big gift, and has wondered, what are you going to do with this gift? Everything is a gift which has led you to the place now where you are ready to hear that you are changing, expecting that things are going to be different, expecting that you are going to love everything in your life. Wow, big order. Seems to be big, but you have already made great strides in moving into the space of saying, I want to see the good in this. I am willing to see the good in this. You have already made great progress. So when separated ego will speak to you, that's too tall an order. I can't do that. I can't love everything and count everything as a blessing. Well, you just say back to the separated ego, hey, I've been doing that. Where have you been? You didn't notice? I've been moving into a space of great gratitude for everything I know that I'm out picturing. Work with loving everything that you see. Everyone that you see, work with, play with. Experience loving yourself, because you are the one who is creating. You are the master, as we have spoken many times. You have heard the words and said, oh, well, that sounds good, but how come I have all this manure in my life? Well, it is because you want to grow, and so you do. Work with gratitude for what you see in your life, and then bring that back home to yourself, to loving self, and say, hey, you know, I've really done a good job in this lifetime. I've come through a lot of challenges, worldly challenges, and I've been able to see the good in them. Maybe not right away, but later on I could see the good in them. Because truly, you have allowed healing in a lot of areas where at the time, when you were in the middle of it, you did not think there could be healing, relationships especially. So then you live in a place of gratitude. You live in a place of saying, wow, there must have been a divine plan. Then you move one step closer and you say, I must have had an idea, a future self of me that was going to be able to look back on this and see the healing in it. Because you have in every moment what you would understand as a concept of future self. Play with that for a while. It is powerful. Play with being the future self of you. What is the future self of me? And it may be like the next day or the next year or 10 years going to be doing. Where am I going to be? What do I want to be doing? What can I create? That is powerful, and it is part of the preparation for the shift that you are bringing about. Loving self, being grateful for everything in your life, seeing everything as a miracle, being able to look forward to the future self and say, self, how do you see what I'm going through now? Put it forward for perhaps 12 months. Where are you going to be in 12 months? Separated ego says, well, I don't know. Well, separated ego does not know. But the future self of you does know and does exist even in this moment. And you can access it by expecting to access it. The understanding of expectancy transforms your life. It hastens the shift that has been prophesied. You believe in the prophecy, and you know something big is going to happen because it has been prophesied by many, many people. Therefore, it has to be true. Of course, the many, many people are projections of your belief, but it comes from the one divine source of you that says, it's time. It's time now to know the one self, the one creative energy, the one that is expressing yet as the many, the we of us. We are doing really well. We are bringing miracles into existence. Wow. Hey, you know, that's really great. I can speak that to the friends. You know, we are really bringing about change, and it is true. So you speak this to the friends. Some of them will understand and be happy about it. Other ones will say, that's very strange. But that is all right. You have created them in order to perhaps have a bit of feedback. And in time, you are going to bring about only the ones who are in the same resonance with you, because your belief and your projection is going to show you only harmony. Like, wow, feel that? You can feel that in the heart. The mind sometimes has a bit of a problem with it, but the heart knows. The heart feels love, oneness. And then the heart instructs the mind to see things differently. The feelings that you just experienced of, like, wow, that would be so great. Love, harmony, ease of loving. Wow, that feels so good. What if that could be true? The heart then sends that to the mind and says, hey, how about if we project agreements with friends, even agreements among nations? That seems to be biggie, but there is, in truth, no difference in order of difficulty. Everything is truly a miracle as you project it. Those of you reading this have asked that you be the pivotal teachers, the ones who know what you are doing. You know that you are projecting that which you see in your life. It is what you expect to see. You are the ones who have agreed that you are going to take the power, and you are going to spread it as seeds among the seeming many. And you are going to love them because you have created them to be in your life. You are going to say, wow, maybe not out loud, I have created you. I see you as an extension of life. I see you with a body. I see you going through experiences of life. I am creating you moment by moment. In truth, there is no separation, and you really do not exist except as I see and I expect you to exist. That does not then cancel out their value. It only brings the belief system back to where it starts, to its origin, back to the one mind which projects it. But in truth, you as individuals do not exist, except as there is a belief in your mind that the other ones exist. So if you are creating them, and I say unto you truly, you are, then make them the way you want them to be. Make them as friends, happy, joyful, wanting to do things with you in the harmonious way to bring about peace, to bring about enlightenment in the world. If in truth the other ones do not exist except as you bring them into your reality, lowercase r, then make them the beautiful beings that truly the extension of the one creative principle would dictate that they are. Hear that well. Go back and read that again. It is true. You are creating everything you experience. You are creating all of the friends and not-so-friends in your life. In truth, they only exist as you believe them to exist. Therefore, you can see them differently. You can expect to see them differently. Now, that takes a bit of playing with until you kind of practice. But it does not take too much practice before the penny drops into the slot and you say, oh, okay, I understand. I get a glimpse of it. Okay, and that means then that I can expect to see harmony in my world, even love, and you will. Love is all around you all the time. It is what you truly are, love incarnate expressing. As you understand that, you begin to feel differently about yourself. You begin to know that truly it is the power of love that dictates to the mind what you are going to expect to see, and things change rapidly. That is why I can make the prediction that within the next few years you are going to see big changes. You are going to see big changes because you are going to expect to see big changes. It has been prophesied. A master has spoken to you, and it is going to happen. Many masters in truth. And you are going to project out the belief that changes are going to happen. And what will you see? Changes. The changes that you have prayed for many lifetimes. Now you have moved to a place where you are willing to see changes. Other lifetimes you expected to live the human life with all its challenges because you wanted to play in the sandbox. You wanted to know what the particular sandbox felt like. What color was the sand? Was it heavy? Was it light? Was it gray? Was it pink? Was it green sand? What happened when you threw it up in the air? Did it come back down on top of you, or did it fly away somewhere? You wanted to know the different sandboxes. But in the back of your knowing, even in what you understand other lifetimes to be, there was a knowing, a hope that you would come to a place of understanding that the sandbox was just a sandbox, just a place to play, no judgment, but just a place to be creative. So you have been very creative, and now you look back and bless every creation. Expect a miracle. Expect to change your mind. Expect to feel differently about yourself. Expect to take on the power of changing your beliefs. And then look for the miracles, because they will be there, little ones and big ones. And that which you have thought to be difficult will find an ease in manifesting the answer. It will flow. Change your thoughts, and you change your reality. It is as easy as that. Change your expectancy, and you change your reality, lowercase r. But the power for changing your reality, lowercase r, comes from the reality of the capital R, because you are the extension of the one creative principle. You are energy. You are intelligence. You are the divine flow of beingness from before time began. You are the creators of time, and after the purpose of time has been fulfilled, you are always going to be that which you are right now, the one divine self, the extension of the one divine self. So if you are that, and I guarantee that you are, why not be happy? Expect to be happy, and you will be. Understand the power of your creativity. Begin to grasp it. Begin to understand the one mind that you are. Do not take guilt, because nothing is judged, nothing is judged. Everything serves the realization of at-one-ment. Everything brings you to a place where you are right now, where you have grasped a new idea and understanding of how powerful you are. expect to see me. Play with that one for a while. Expect to see me in the light body, as a physical body glowing. Feel me. I will take your hand. Feel my hand taking yours. Reach out right now and feel my hand taking your hand. Feel the energy. Know that always, that which I am, you are. So be it.